Yo. I'm gonna get a hotkey for muting and unmuting my mic. That's a really good idea. But I'm as usual not going to talk for the first 2 minutes, so I can hopefully not get demonetized and accidentally drop an F-bomb. Ah, joys of YouTube. Mike. Sproul Lucy, what's up? How you doing? Alright, does this hotkey work? Let us find out. I can mute and Sweet. How we doing, boys? What's going on? What's poppin'? Yep. I don't even know what that says. Does it say yep? Oh man, morning coffee. What's going on, fellas? Fellas and fellarettes. Oh. What be poppin' on this lovely Friday morning? Man, coffee. Am I right or am I right? Delicious. Deliciously bitter. G'day boys, how we doing? What's going on? Welcome in. It's been a few days since I last streamed. Been tinkering away, grinding, dare I say, grinding away. On a bunch of random things, which we'll go over in just a jiff, just a little jiff, mate. Can you guys hear that, by the way? My name Jeff. Because I should be the only one that hears that, but I just want to double check. EAX 900, my favorite register. How we doing? EAX is where it's at, dude. You know? Hearing no Jeffs? Okay, sweet. We are cooking. Early access? What's that? Or as in EAX? Could stand for that. It's more like a EA. EAA. Yeah. But the EAX. Yeah, let's peep this real quick. Let's see if we can find what's in EAX right now. Little pop quiz. at this point, can we see what is in registers? Yes, we can. Look at that. RAX cringe. We don't want that. Is EAX even a register, or am I cooking? Yeah, look. There he is. Look at him. Yeah, the boys. That's sick. Look at that. This guy. Some fucking address or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, dude. Chilling, dude. Is that what you based your name off? EAX? Or is that just like a happy coincidence? Happy coincidinky. I guess RX is for 64-bit? Something like that, dude. I don't know. I'm not very well versed in CPU architecture or assembly. So, talking to the wrong dude. I just know that registers are a thing. And that's how we operate on data in the CPU. Pull stuff into the registers. Do some chonking around. Clinky plonk. Times this by this. Cheeky add. You know? Stuff like that. I'm taking operating system programming classes. That's where EAX came to mind. Nice. Sweet. Creamy. Are you ready? Are you ready, my man? Ready for a banger stream? With some silent MGFs. What's the boss gonna look like? Good question. Good question. Well, what is the boss gonna look like? I guess you'll have to wait and see. First we've got to summon him in. How do we get the big boss man in, right? How indeed? So fellas, today what we're gonna work on is figuring out how to spawn the boss in, right? That's like step one. We already have the boss. We just need to like, how do we get him in? How do we get him in the game? So I've been cranking away over the last few days. We've got well, first of all, one thing you'll notice, where are the health bars gone? Look at that. We have in-game health bars in the form of, bloodied enemies, which I think is pretty cool. Needs some work, but it's better than the shitty health bars that were in here before. So we're gonna call that shippable. Bonk. Who needs health bars anyway, dude? Health bars are overrated. Now, we added in a new biome. We started work on prototyping out the new biome. Corzen's whipped up some lovely assets. This is going to be the deep forest. Notice I've got a nice little base over here set up. Yeah. This is going to be it's going to be one of the, basically the plan for this biome is, right? Okay, so the general plan here is pretend I don't have a base set up. Okay. Ignore this base, all right? Pretend I'm like coming into the deep forest for the first time. Fuck me in the ass. There's basically gonna be hard enemies in there, so you're gonna get absolutely clapped, and there's no way you can fucking stay in here. By default, these guys will even like just completely knock down the walls, so you are not safe whatsoever. If you come anywhere near here, you're gonna get your little butthole tickled, alright? Not fun. So then it's like, okay, the player's gone up to the deep forest, got clapped, what now? Well, now it's like, okay, well, I need to prepare. I need to make some better tools so I can better face the deep forest. How do we do that, right? I fucking hate those guys, dude. Okay, so they're just too hard, dude. All right, let's disable them again real quick. Skill issue? Yeah. It is a skill issue. Okay. So, I'm thinking at some point before you come here, probably not on the edge here. Right now I have this chunk marked off. This chunk has not spawned anything. Why? Good question. We're basically marking it as the boss altar chunk. Don't have anything generating in here at the moment, so it's just plain. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out a way of spawning the boss in. I'm thinking we just pull one of these. Where do we want to go? I want to find my base stuff. This guy. Nice. One sec, boys. Let me prep this. I think I want to like clone this. Clone this out. We'll call this boss altar. Right? Will it be possible to improve camp protection? Yes. So, the goblins will knock down the wood walls, but I'm thinking, right? We give a reason to upgrade the base to the stone walls, goblins can't get past that, right? They just kind of ignore you. Think we'll do that. It's not in yet. But I think that's going to be the design. Where'd all the recent vids go? So I unlisted them on the main channel because they technically should be on the second. I'm thinking, boys, by the way, little side tangent here. I'm thinking what we do is we move on over to this guy and start streaming over here. Rename, call it Randy Live or some shit, or just keep just Randy B2. That works. And just start fucking live streaming over here and then pumping out like the low quality kind of like highlighty videos, which is actually what we're recording here today. So bells, let's go ahead and like eventually migrate over there. So for all the YouTube froggies that are watching on the main channel right now, make sure you subbed over there, hit the little notification bell. At some point in a few days we'll switch to just exclusively streaming over there. And then the main channel will be a nice clean, pristine area for the high quality stuff, which takes time to cook, right? Hello gamer. Hello gamer. So yeah, we'll migrate over there in a little bit, but for now we're just gonna keep running it over here. When? No idea. Few days, something like that. We'll do a couple more streams on here to get all the regulars. Make sure they know that we're doing a little migration. Okay. Yeah. Let's get back to the content of the day, shall we? Boss altar. All right. Let's clean this guy out. Sweet. Classic marker. Creamy knows what's up. All right, so I'm thinking, boys. I'm thinking what we do is just one of these, right? We'll just mark this out. Okay, so this is like the chunk. Something like this. And then we just have like, I don't know, fucking pedestals or something. Like a nice altar for summoning Shrek himself. We'll just prototype it out, get it in, and then we can make it feel good. Boss altar. Actually, I think what I want to do here is we'll have it just be the altar itself, okay? We've seen a bunch of devs say that content creation takes a lot of time away from dev time, and struggle with that balance. Do you? Fucking YouTube, holy shit. I can't even read that word, dude. Do you find the same, or do you find it actually helps to dev in public? Yeah, so it definitely takes away time from dev time, right? Because right now, instead of me just doing this in silence, I'm talking to you answering this question, right? So it definitely takes away time. But the right question, the right way to frame this, I think, is, well, what do you get back for that time? Good vibes. Good vibes, great community, and chilling out, you know? Because this is good fun. Just kicking it with the homies, chilling out. It doubles as marketing, and yeah, it is a trade-off. So it just depends where you're at and like what you want to do, right? Okay, so we're just gonna slap this guy in. We're gonna call this the boss altar, right? And then around it, we'll have these little like item altars. And we'll place as much as we need, right? So we could just, you know, copy this out a bunch of times. Dude, fucking A-Sprite, so unintuitive. Shit just doesn't work half the time. Okay. So I'm thinking basically what happens here, right, is we'll have like a, an item altar, and you'll need to like place items on here. Basically like a crafting recipe, but in the world. And then once you've got all the items, then the spawning process starts. And then Big Boss Man comes in, slams down, game on, right? How rare will the items be? Yeah. Good question. So it's like, we'll figure that out at the back half of this stream / vid, and that's just a design question. What items are we going to use? How are we going to bring them into the game? Stuff like that. But we do want to make them pretty rare so that like the player, you know, has to farm them, and then this is kind of like an end game thing that they're working up towards. So what we need to do now is basically have this chunk have this spawn in the world so we can start prototyping it out. So I'll export those two. We've got the boss and the item. Let's crank in. Redeclaration. Okay, so now we got 2 boss altars. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, dude, I worked on this like 6 months ago. This is what we made 6 months ago. Like this is a scaffold, so like you would build the boss altar first. But like, kind of too complicated, right? So I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Boop. Goodbye, good sir. Rest in peace. I had like a boss portal back in the day, dude. Like, we've been around the block. Okay, let's try that again. Export. Should really be exporting these guys to a single file instead of a folder. I think I might actually change the script. Let me do that real quick. Have a huge cave that you can enter? Yeah, dude. I shit you not. I was talking to Charlie last night. The the engine programmer, and we're like, okay, cave, walk into cave. It's dark. You need torch, but it's just extra work. Then you gotta like add in a cave. You gotta walk in. Like it smells like linear content vibes. The linear content being like story stuff that you have to like add in, like a linear content. For example, the fucking Breath of the Wild, right? You're like designing like a little story. It subtracts from the open world nature of things. Now, if we were to make like a system that just spawns like a bunch of caves in the world, then, you know, maybe we could do something like that. But for now, we're literally just gonna spawn this shit in and call it a day. Linear content versus merchant content, exactly. So it kind of goes against what I want to do. Alright, layer export. Okay, so what I'm doing here is we are exporting things to the folder, which is sprite name, which we don't want to do. What we want to do instead is simply just dump it out into here, I reckon. Yeah, let's do it. Dude, this whole fucking thing is a mess. Love it. Did that even work? I think it did. Huh. Did I save it? Okay, interesting. I think my, Symlink broke. These guys are basically sim-linked, because I wanted to like commit the script up to the repo. But I guess I'll just fucking copy paste, because this sim-link keeps breaking for whatever reason. That pisses me off. Are we cooking now? Yes, we are. Sweet. Yep, so we're gonna just dump into this folder. Because, why not? Why not? In fact, I'm actually gonna make a new folder. New system. Mega dump. Kind of like what I'm about to do in a couple hours after this coffee runs through my system. If you know what I'm saying, boys. Alright, so we'll chuck it in there. Sprites, mega dump. Yeah, baby. We are cooking. Right. Dude. This shit pisses me off so much. I just wish Windows would be good, you know? Let me recreate the symlink, because that is actually just a pain in the ass to keep copying that over. Let's see. For Linux, yeah. Because Linux is better, yeah. Linux is way better, right? It's gotta be. You'll then spend your entire day configuring Linux. Fixing fucking driver issues. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do that, guys. You know what? Actually, can't be fucked. We're just gonna keep copy pasting it, dude. I don't care. I don't fucking care. What if I like... Oh, big hack. Can we change the scripts folder? If we can't, I will, I will die. Can we? Any Aseprite chads? Scripts. I think we can. Maybe junction? I don't know what a junction is. Junction. Fuck you. Shit. I can't even do it in PowerShell because it's a completely different fucking command, isn't it? Make a link / hard target is whatever the fuck this is. Just CD into it. CD's nuts. What are we calling it? Arcane layer export. Blah. Dude, I can't even fucking copy paste. What? Okay, there we go. Then the source is this guy. McCullen. Okay, one down. Actually, I tell you what. I'm gonna put this into a bash file so I never have to do this again. That sounds like fun. What am I doing? New file. No. Symlink. There we go. I love Aseprite. I love Aseprite. Book export. I actually do kind of like Aseprite. Like, if I didn't have Aseprite, things would be like a million times harder. I don't know. It's like writing these little scripts to create systems for easily having a workflow. You know, it's pretty good leverage. Link. Okay. Let's run this guy. Symlink. Of course my fucking underscore won't work. My underscore is broken because it's auto hotkey. I don't know why. I don't know, dude. What if I run it through PowerShell? Look at that. That works. Alright. If we delete all this and we just run this script, there we go. We have links. And it'll be all good and dandy. But now my fucking hotkey broke. Okay, layer export link. Layer export link. Layer export link. Run script. Layer export link. Add F1. Bang. Run these two. Okay, we are good. We are back in business, boys. Let me fucking echo off this. Okay, we're cooking. We are cooking. Item alter redeclaration. Okay, let's fix that real quick. So we got the mega dump up and running. Probs clear the dir first. Yeah. What happens if you like make a link over an existing link? We'll just update it. I don't know. She'll be right, mate. Okay, so we've got a item alter double up. 1, 2. They're both the same thing. Probably the old path or whatever it was. Bang. Boss alter is also doubled up. Bang. Are we good now? Yay, we compile. Okay, cool. Okay, that was a nice little fuck around. Do. Okay. Nice, we are cooking. Rennie, have you seen the vids on YouTube? You literally move backwards in progress. Lol. Yeah, I agree. I swear every devil you have less and less completed. It does look like that, yeah. 100%. Alright, let's get cooking, boys. Let us get cooking. So... what are we doing? That's right, the altar thing. So this is the chunk that we want to generate our thing in, right? So we'll just start prototyping this out. We've got the two guys with the now. Do we want to render it immediately at runtime, or do we want to put it as an entity in the world? We probably want it as an entity, right? Because we need to interact with it. Dude, this sounds like a Balatro type beat. That's synth. Am I right? All right, let's get these going. So we'll have an item altar thing, right? I will also have the boss altar. So we'll just set those up real quick. Can't type today. Now, what do we want to do here? Mouse is blaring Hades 2 music in my ears, so I can't hear it. Are you playing Hades 2 right now, Crimson? They just launched an early access, right? Just listening to the OST? Oh, I gotcha. Nice. Okay, how do we want to do this? I mean, I guess I'll just do a cheeky render sprite, I think. Yep. Okay, so our goal right now is to pull these into the game. So this is the big boss. This is the item. We're just gonna put those little sprites in. And then we will generate those in. So just like a cheeky little create entity dot boss altar, and then we'll create some item altars around him. Let's do 2 for now. Chuck it right in the middle. All right, that should be it. I don't know why it had a breakpoint there. Weird. Okay, if we regen real quick. Look at that. we've got our little altars being plonked in. The sprites are fucked though, so let me fix that. Hello, good sir. What is wrong with you? Ah, you got a little something over there. Okay, we need to space those out more, so we'll say like 60. Item spacing. We have to regen. So that's like the only problem here is like we do need to regen this whole thing. Which might be an issue if we need to like update an existing world with it. Don't know. Don't know, dude. Like we could have them be not serializable. I'm just trying to think of like the workflow for this. Ow. Violent. You know what? Who cares? That's the workflow. That's the workflow we're running with. Ugh. 404 nerd, what's up? What's up, bro? What are you up to? Miss some streams? I haven't been streaming. We are up to making a boss spawning altar. So there we go. We have that bad boy spawning in the world. Let's get him on the right layer real quick, actually. One seckie. What do we want this guy? Probably structures, right? There we go. Okay. What is the next step? It's like a picnic bench, yeah. Clap, dude. Oh, I also did the book a few days ago. Feeling pretty good. So we can, we basically got this book and we can just put any text in here to help guide the player. Kind of like what the guide does in Terraria. You like walk up to them and do stuff. So I'm thinking like we can just slowly unlock things for the player that they can read in here, and that'll be like kind of the high level goals that they're working towards. It's like a nice little fallback. Ideally, you know, you do the goals like actually in the game design of the world. Like for example, we stumble across this and it's very clear what we need to do. So how do we make it clear what we need to do? Well, first off, in order to make that clear, we need to figure out what do we actually want to do, right? what is the goal here? What be the goal? So I'm thinking we basically just have like an outline of whatever item you need just floating above, and then when you place all the items down, the boss will just spawn in, I think. So I guess the next step is coming up with a system for like how do we actually make this item alter thing, and how do we, you know, define what stuff it needs, all that kind of stuff. So let's get cracking on that. So we'll just make an item alter system. Put the guy in a property. And then if we have that property, we call it. Because we could change this to like a different type of thing. So we could have like a stone item alter or a wood item alter or whatever. So that's why we want the property instead of just switching on the archetype, which is up here. Because the archetype, you know, we could have different item alters. So just kind of future-proofing it for now. The first thing we kind of want to do is do like a like an interaction. Like you walk up to it and you like press E on it. It's kind of like what we do. Interact with this thing. Takes item from hand and puts it on. And so we'll do the same thing with the boss alter. What we want to do here is we interact with thing, and then we check surrounding item alters for the correct recipe. Throw a visual error if wrong items. So this is going to be pretty cool. This is like the first little step into the journey of having like a multi-block structure. I think this is going to be really cool. So another thing that we need to do is actually do a proper render override for this item alter. And get rid of this generic render sprite. That was just to get it in and get it prototyped out. But what we actually want to do here is not that. Because we're going to want to like render like the floating items above it, right? So we can't do that with just the generic system that I did up here. So first up, let's get the base rendering. Dude, why is my fucking VS Code fucked? That was a lot of fucks. I mean, why isn't my VS Code fucked? That's kind of the common question, actually. Like, it's very rarely that it's not. That's not fucked, you know. So I don't really know why I'm surprised here. Time to write my own editor, boys. Let's go. Dude, what? Oh, that's from the extension. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna grab some programmer juice. It is time for some programmer juice. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. These chords are amazing. Whee! Alright. Alright, fellas. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's the stuff right there. Crack. Can of crack. Chime in every time you open a drink? Yeah, dude. I go through these puppies like they're water. Alright, focus mode in. Let's crunk. It's crunk o'clock, boys. We are crunking. Now, time to do a bunch of rendering. In fact, I'm actually just gonna write some boilerplate. So I don't ever have to fucking type this out again. Alright, so let's find an example of rendering. Because I don't want to type out that whole thing myself. Render, let's do blast furnace. Yeah, why not? YQ. Paste that in. There we go. Nice little example. Okay, render the missing item. All right, step 1. Actually, we'll come back to this. First, we just render the base altar. Make it easy. Boss, no. Item, altar. Okay, it's not an animation. So we can yoink that. Bye-bye. That's basically it. More or less. Right? Let's just make sure this is working. Let's see. No, it is not, because we don't have an automated way of filling in these functions here. I would like to do a code gen for this. But, I don't know how. I don't know how to do code gen in such a way that, you know, we will, like, list out this entire thing, but then, like, just ignore it if it doesn't actually have anything. So, for example, with the, where are you? I actually don't know. Oh, here. Yeah, so I'm doing it with the setup entity because like everything needs to have a setup. So we'll just get an error if we don't have it. But for things like the render entity and the update entity, sometimes we want it, sometimes we don't. So I don't exactly know how we can basically do this, but if we're missing a case, just like ignore it. I'm sure there's a way. Like, you know, checking if the function exists in Jai. I just don't know how to do it. Need to brush up on my Jibble studies, dude. The guy just cracks open a Singer at 11 a.m. Dude, it's... Okay. It may be a Singer, but it's not alcoholic. Right? Sing is how you actually pronounce it, I think. Sing. It's just a lemon soda. 0 cal. So, you know. It's not the alcoholic beer beverage that Sing is usually known for. I mean, we have the Sing water as well. Look at that. I think that says Sing and Thai or some shit. I don't know. Maybe. It's got it right. Or maybe it just says Nam Plau. I don't know. Can anyone read Thai script? But Singa drinking water. Yay. Sure, buddy. Cope. Has he talked about why Jai's called in C? Yeah, on multiple occasions. It says Nampla. There we go. Called it, dude. Called it. Classic. I can't read any of these. I don't know any of them yet. All I know is go guy. Go guy. Call guy. Ball by mate. Or on. Door deck. That is the extent of my Thai script. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right. So this isn't working right because I went on a little tangent about how plugging this in is annoying. So we'll say, what is it? Fucking yeah. Okay, render item alter. Cool. Okay, for here, I want to say needs to be plugged in at render plug. And this guy needs to be plugged in at update plug. There we go, some nice docs on how to get a get an entity up and running in this mega 17,000 line file. How can you navigate code so quickly? Because I know where everything is. I wrote all 17,000 lines. And I have these little things called jump points, right? It's just colon whatever. Right? And various Vim stuff. So like top, bottom, up, down, right? I just know what shit is, really. Smack Studio, yeah, I saw it. Is that the spline stuff? Yeah. Seems like gimmicky as fuck. Like, what are they trying to do here? They're trying to make like a fighting game, but like at the same time like a tool? It's like, what? What is happening? Like, I would just love this as a standalone tool for just making stuff. But it's like, marketed as like a fighting game? I don't know, dude. That's why I'm not using it. If this is just a tool that had good like a good export pipeline, like Aseprite or something, then I would use it, I guess. But I might actually want to use this, honestly. But because that is a problem coming up that we need to fix. This guy, this, and then figure out how to render. Oh yeah, this proof of concept for the armor equipment system. Yeah, so yeah. If you set the price for what the game's gonna be, no idea, dude. No idea. But I'm thinking we'll do early access in around 5 months. Just how long it takes me to get how long it takes us to get up to 10 hours of playtime. Hopefully this boss will be a good chunk. If we balance it nicely. Have decent difficulty. Okay. Let's keep cooking. Alright, let's get cranking. I think if we go into the... Yeah, let's also do the boss altar while we're here. Actually, we don't even have that yet. Actually, we're already doing the update, are we? This is a property based update, not a archetype switch. Okay. We should be rendering in the game now. Yeah, there we go. So this guy is no longer using the state system. It's just immediate. That's good. It is what we want. Alright. So next up, we want to render the missing item that it wants on top. So I'm thinking, well, to start off with, we'll just give it an item, right? So we'll say item Arcane 0. Why not? Okay. Sprite from item. Okay, and now we want to render this just on top. Up above. Whoops. That should draw it right on top, right? Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we got items rendering on top. The next thing I want to do is like make them like an outline or some kind of like missing thing, because we don't actually want them to be, you know, fully rendered. We want them to be like, oh, this is what you're missing, right? So there's a couple ways I can think of doing this. Make it white. Make it like a little bit white, and then also a little bit transparent, or maybe just completely transparent and not white. That's not working for whatever reason. Strange. Why aren't you working? Good sir. What is happening? Oh, it uses the entity color. That's fucking annoying. We don't want that. We want command.color as well. Surrenderer gets messier by the day. Well, we can actually just times equal that. I think that'll work. There we go. Okay, so it's clear that like, oh, this is like missing, right? I need it. So then the next step is we walk up to it and like actually give it. So how are we gonna do that? Like, I guess it kind of, like, the first thing the player is going to do, I think, is just, like, try and toss it on it, right? The way I was thinking of doing it is, like, you hold it in your hand and you walk up and you, like, press E. But, like, that's not really intuitive. I think we could do that. Like, just so I can toss it on. I don't know. What do we reckon, boys? The other thing is, like, you could just walk up to it, press E, and it'll just do anything. No, because then it won't decide which item you need to do. So, yeah, I think, you know, walking up to it, interacting with it, that'll work. I don't know. What do we think? Oh. My friend keeps trying to get me on VM, but I always say I don't have enough time. Well, hot tip. Grab VS Code. Just install the Vim plugin. And then stay in insert mode the entire time. That's all you need. All you need to know, hit I. Now you're good. And while you're waiting to learn Vim, just grab like fucking NeoVim. I think there's NeoVim here. Yeah. Grab NeoVim. And just hop in at tutor. What's the command for it? I don't even know the command for it, dude. You're a big boy there. You'll figure it out. Hey, look. It's the man himself. Tish. Tish. And Vim Tutor. Hey there, fellow programmers. Yeah, so Tutor, dude, I fucking typed Tutor. What do you mean? Or I was trying to search for it. I was trying to do a fucking slash Tutor. Alright. Epic fail. There you go. There you go. Done. And that's how you learn it. But don't actually use Vim. Just use fucking VS Code, dude. VS Code. Whenever you like don't know how to do stuff, just stay in insert mode, and like you can just type normally in here, and like use the mouse, and it'll be nice and cool. I think the only thing you might run into issues is like the commands changing a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. Actually no, because when you're in insert mode, I think it'll just default to all the regular commands, right? Yeah, so we can still do like undo and shit. Yeah. That's actually how I learned. I did the same thing, but it was in Sublime, right? So yeah. By the way, you are TJ, right? Tish. Yeah, look at that. The man himself. We're like sitting here talking about fucking NeoVim, and then you just pull up. Like, you just become summoned. You get summoned. Dude, I was actually looking at Kickstart the other day. Because I got so fucking fed up with VS Code, I was like, time to learn this shit. Right? But I don't know. Maybe you can help me out with this, because I tried doing it, but I couldn't figure out like how Jive slots into this, because there's like it's pretty immature on the tooling side of things. So I was like, well, if I want to get tree sitter, I would have to like do some fucking wacky shit. But I don't even know if I need tree sitter, right? Like, do I need tree sitter? I don't know. There's a Jai LSP. Yeah, there is an LSP. Like, I'm literally using the Jai LSP for VS Code, so I could like hook that in and call it a day. And then start just like I could slowly start using it, right? Tree sitter Jai. No way, dude. No way. This is like 4 years ago though. Like this, I would have to like go in here, like fucking dust it off, figure out how to get it working. I don't know. So yeah, that might be a little rough. Tree shitter. Or highlighting was the was the other thing, right? But we use this. Ooh, okay. I don't think I don't think I came across this. Bro, there's no way this guy made this 10 years ago. That's insane. OG. Yeah. That could do the trick, dude. Is this about to turn into a NeoVim config stream? Sounds easy. I need to give it a shot. Yeah, that's how I learned Vim. Right. That sounds productive. I don't know, dude. I think we need to make a game. How about that? But no, dude, I will bookmark that shit and definitely fucking get on it because I am so fucking sick of VS Code. On the daily, it makes me want to commit die. I literally have to turn it off and on again every few hours. That's actually not a VS Code problem. It's a LSP problem. But still. A little sus. All right, let's not get derailed here, okay? Let's focus on the game. I'll set up a time and I'll hop on stream with you if you want to. Dude, that would be fucking sick. Let's run it. The man himself. Fucking walking me through my fucking NVIM setup, dude. That's nuts. Oh, now that would be content. Hey, I'm Vim user. All you need is kickstart.mm. Yeah, exactly. That's a link. I actually had it, like, I literally started setting it up. Look, you can see I watched this video, TJ.
Also, power up and level up your LS.
I literally watched this, like, I don't even know, probably like a month ago. How do I get to the kickstart thing? Help. My VMRC. Alright. Sleep tight, TJ. Yeah, let's definitely get something going. Actually, dude, fucking check us an ad on Discord. What's I'll slide you my ID real quick. Actually, yeah, jump in the Discord, and then you'll see me. Go boop. Easy win. Let's get it going. Oh, that'll be so much fun. Oh, dude, imagine an environment so beautiful that I never have to use VS Code ever again. Now that is where it's at. Alright. Peace. Alright, boys, let's get a goddamn fucking boss summoning. Let's do it. I need some torches. Wow, torches are actually useful now. Amazing. The animation is broken on them. That's cool. That's fun. Dude, this is starting to turn into a game. Like an actual fun game. I was so excited. Getting this boss in and like having it be summonable is gonna be like... It's gonna be massive. Huge. Tremendous. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We need to figure out the interface for how the player is going to, like, plonk these on. Dropping it makes the most sense to me. I think, like, that's the first action that most people are going to think of. Dude, I need to cook some more meat. Because before the tutorial that I had, people were just trying to, like, chuck meat on the fire. I saw that so many times. I also need to do like a hold click. That would be a nice quality of life thing. So let's just try that. Let's just run it. This is going to be pretty easy to do. Because we can just go like... well, we need the update function for this guy now, right? We already have it up here. Cool. So... when E pressed pop off existing item, that's what we're going to change it to. But for now, what we're going to say is... toss it, let it get sucked into the place. Yeah, that's exactly what we are going to do. We're gonna get that suck. We're gonna get our suck on. For lack of a better idea, we're just gonna loop over all the entities in the world and see if they're nearby, and then pop them on if they are. How's that sound? Very efficient, I say. Very highly performant. Who needs performance when you've got good vibes? You know? How many lines overall? 17,325. We're climbing. Okay, so, and if the archetype is an item, then, suck on. So now we need to store this. So, item... Need to, like, make a new entity thing. You. I kind of prefer YouTube, but the chatting is shit over there. The watching experience is better on YouTube, but the chatting experience is better on Twitch. So if you're a lurker, I would say YouTube's the go-to. Alright, piss break, boys. Let's go. I just sat down, but now I want to get back up and make a protein shake. Or the plight of man. It's fucked up. I'll do that in a little bit. So I'm going to use this single storage slot here. Okay, so if is valid. Actually, we'll say if has item. Okay, so we'll say if doesn't have item, we do this. If it does have item, then we want to render the item on top. Okay. Do this the other way around because why not? Okay, sweet. Single item. What's it called again? Single storage slot. Kind of want to rename that. What should we call this? Single stored item. Stored item. Nice. So if we have a stored item, then we'll do that. If not, then we can interact with it to pop it off, which we'll do later. I'm going to commit this up though, real quick. Dude, I'm so tired. My eyes hurt. Too much programming, dude. I've been programming too much, man. It's fucked up. How good is Jai overall? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 with Jai again. If I had to give you one sentence, if I had to give you one sentence on how good Jai is, two words. It fucks. That's it. That's all you need to know. Fuck's way harder than any language out there. Way harder than any existing language. We'll put it that way. Why? You don't need to know why. One day, you'll be able to experience why. Until that day, just go use Odin. Would you do web dev with it? Would you do an OAuth implementation? Yeah. 100%. Probably not. We do web dev-y kind of stuff, right? Like you can interact with the web and do shit, right? For example, Charlie, chief engine programmer, he's doing a little bit of work on localization, and we basically have hi TJ, we have DeepL. We're using their REST API to, we're about to use their REST API to translate shit. So you can do shit like that, right? I don't know where the boundaries lie, but you know, from what I've seen, you know, you just use libcurl and call it a day, really. This guy, curl. Some nice examples in here. Easy. For doing a little request. Download. FTP. REST. There we go. This example of how to do REST stuff. So yeah, I feel like you can do that. It's also great as just a normal like scripting language. Like I have a ship command, jai-ship.jai version number that just automatically uploads everything to Steam, itch, just by running like little subcommands. Like I actually found this way easier to write than just like a fucking batch script or something, right? Because it's a language I use on a daily basis, so you can just do it, right? And then same with the build script. There is no build script. It's just a Jai file. It's really amazing. The only language you'd ever need. My closer? I don't know. I'm not John, so I don't have his exact up-to-date reasoning, but from what I've heard, basically just doesn't want like thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, dare I say, people using the language right now. Because like, it would be akin to like launching an early access game before it's ready. Or like even just launching a game full stop before it's ready. Like, you gotta do playtesting, you know, develop it out, make it good, harden it up before releasing, right? And like, the more people that use it, the harder it gets to be lightweight and like make big sweeping changes. Because then more people complain when you break their code base. And just more fucking like shit to worry about. I don't know. He doesn't want a bunch of uninformed feature requests? Yeah. There you go. That's a great reason. That is the John reason. TM. All right. Let's get our suck on. How do we do this? Like, we'll just do like a closest entity algorithm thing, I think. So we don't even need to do closest. We just need to find something. What is the central point? Sweet. Let's do like a distance. Distance to the central point. So if the distance, fuck. If the absolute value of the distance is less than item alter pickup range. I'm like getting into the habit of putting all of these into this big guy here, the tweak stump, because ideally in the future we move this out into like a text format that we can just use to, you know, tweak things in the game and save it out so it's nice and efficient. Nice and easy to edit. Easy to tweak, dare I say. Okay, so if we're in the pickup range, what do we do? I think we just do that, honestly. I think we just do that. Oh, the hi-hat. Come on, dude. Well, that might have been a snare. I don't know. Too much high. Not enough low. Cool. Chat is the cutest. Got Nitrix coming in with the daily chat is cute. Love to see it. What you doing? So we're doing things, you know. Doing things. Right now, what I'm trying to do is get this item when I throw it down to be placed on the altar, right? And then we're going to use this to summon the boss. That's what we're doing. Right now, specifically, I'm trying to figure out how I turn this thing into a stored item. Because it's a little scuffed. It's a little scuffed. Max G is great for making models like enemies and main character, but bad at backgrounds menus, yeah. I might look into it because it might be useful. That was we were talking about that like half an hour ago as well. Homie needs to hit the refresh to catch up. Ever tried Odin? A little bit, yeah. It's like a mom, can we have Jai? And then she's like, no, son, we have Jai at home. And then Jai at home is Odin. If you want like actual real world stuff, right? Not just from me, because I actually haven't used Odin. The chief engine programmer Charlie, he was a big Odin Chad for ages, but now he's working on this project with me and Jai, and he says it is a million times better. So, yeah. I can't give you specifics because I don't know, but from what I've heard from people making the transition, it is there. Not to say Odin's bad, right? But it is bad. I'm just kidding. I love Ginger Bill, dude. Yeah, I've just never used it, so can't give specifics. Yeah, so how are we actually going to store this? I don't know. Like we could add it to the system. Like the this guy, find all the typical world containers. If has prop storage. Could do our thing here. Actually, we'll do this. How about this? Okay. Yeah. Else if what did I call this again? Stored item. So I'm basically just adding it to the storage system, so it's like now a formal container, and I think that's all I need to do. I hope. Single storage slot because I CBF using the existing array. Alright, let's hope that just works out of the gate when we store it. Should do the trick. I don't know. We'll see. It's a bit dead at the moment. Yeah, I discontinued the itch page. It's still getting updates, so for all the people who bought it, you can still access it over there. But for now, we're doing it via the Patreon. So all of my changelogs and updates for each of the games, I'm doing them as Patreon posts. So those are all those. Name Jeff. Chapon. Yeah, baby. Tier 1. Welcome to the club, my man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the raw. The raw. Game launch, yeah. So like Steam launch, we're probably like a good 5 months out. I've decided to pull out of this next fest and do the next one. So the goal right now, boys, is we are running towards the open world survival crafting fest in 17 days. Okay, so we're gonna have the demo up on Steam by then. Not doing the next fest anymore because, quite frankly, the game's still in a pretty shitty state, and I don't want to waste my one-time Next Fest entry, right? So we're going to push that back to the next Fest. We're going to be in the next Fest in October, I think it is. So a good, like, 4 months-ish, don't we? February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 5 months. I think it's in October. And yeah, then we'll probably do early access like just after that, I think. The goal is like as soon as there's like around 10 hours of playtime in the game, I think that's when we're gonna do early access. Yeah, needs to be a lot of good fucking content. There needs to be a solid game there. So not doing that before then. Not gonna like, you know, cuck ourselves and have a shitty game going into early access. Ideally, right? But in the meantime, I'm just gonna do testing. All that pretty much by the Patreon or the Steam playtest feature. That's kind of luck of the draw though. So also another little update. We the name has been changed. So we did a little vote. Let's go over to here. Oh, look at this. 69 watching, dude. That's pretty nice. Did a vote. 3.8k of you voted. Name change to Arcana. So it is now Arcana on Steam. Mind the mind the absolutely lovely capsule. I am marketing. So yeah. Nice and synced. Direct. If we search for Arcana, it'll also be number 1. So that's cool. Nice. Just gotta update shit now. Slowly but surely. Uh, 10 hours is quite a bit. The game is around 1.5-ish hours right now, if I recall correctly. AFAIK. If what does that stand for? Recall as far as I know. There we go. As far as I know. That makes more sense. Yeah, so playtime, look. Alright, let's break out of NeoVim here. How do I leave? I'm just joking, boys. I ain't a scrub. I will show you, boys. Are you guys ready for a playtime reveal? A median playtime reveal. We are sitting at 25.5 minutes. Little rough. Little rough around the edges. To be fair, a lot of these people are recurring users who are just like opening up the game and like trying to see what's new and then closing out because they get bored. So this isn't like 100% accurate. It's probably more like 40 medium, I think. So when we do the next playtest, we should be able to filter out all the existing users, because I may or may not have balked the data collection over the last 2 months, and all the playtests I've been doing have fallen through the cracks in terms of actual playtime. So that's fun. But yeah, from here on out, we should be able to get a better pulse. Right now with the latest version, yeah, that's just what we sampled. 25 minutes across 37 users. So, you know, we'll see. Rennie's Forest really got out of hand, yeah, dude. Hello. The top comment on this was Randy's Forest. Randy's Forest doesn't seem to be an option. I abstain. Randy's Forest would slap. No. No, it fucking wouldn't. It's such a stupid fucking name. It's, alright, look. I'll give you this. Great meme name. Excellent meme. But like, a new player who has no idea who I am, just seeing Randy's Forest, it's like, huh. What's this? So stupid it's good? No, it's not so stupid it's good, it's so stupid it's fucking stupid. How about that? It works for Gary's Mod in PUBG. Randy's Forest. Like, okay. It's like, alright. Should just rename to Randy's Forest, dude. Freaky Forest. Yeah, I don't know. Randy's Forest just like, it feels, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Maybe it's because it's my name. I don't know. It's like, why? Why Randy's Forest? I want this to be an actual game, guys, not a meme. All right. But maybe that's where we're going wrong. Like, if it was a meme game that I like put together in like a month, that would make sense, right? But for an actual project that I'm like pouring fucking years of my life into, I'm not gonna call it Randy's Forest, dude. It's fucking stupid, alright? I'm not putting my name in the title. Could you imagine if Valheim was called like Bjorn's Forest? Alright. Let's get this working. This guy isn't storing. We will figure out the reason. At some point. Do you want a serious game that'll be buried in a pile of other indie games, or do you want something with humor and joy that people will talk about? Dude, there's no reason why Arcana just can't be good, right? Like, that's a false ultimatum. Alright, how are we gonna get this working? It's not working right now. Why? Or I'm like not even calling the update function. Actually, yes I am. What chill? What chill voice? Update item alter. Okay, sorry. If isn't valid stored item. Oh, we need to swap these two around. There we go. That worked. Dude, the frames. No, dude. No. Not the frames, man. Oh, that's fucked up, bro. Probably just because I'm logging a bunch of shit. That's probably why. Alright, piss break. Let's go! Alright, let me go back. Dude, we're not calling it Randy's farce, alright? It isn't happening. There is no way in hell that I am renaming the games, that I'm renaming the name of the game to Randy's farce. Not happening. I ran out of milk to make my normal protein shake with, so now I'm drinking a pre-made one. Kind of sad. Oh, but man, does that taste good. This is literally what I have for breakfast every single morning. I shit you not. Just a fucking little protein shake. A Meiji high protein, 28 grams. Packed full of delicious sugar. I actually don't know. I don't know what's in it because I can't read Thai. So, tastes yummy. That's all I care about. Randy's milk? Bro, come on. Chill, man. Chill. How would you benching these days? I don't know, dude. I literally only just started going back to the gym. A gym opened up down the road for me. And I'm like, damn. This is a sign. So, I am fucking destroyed right now. I did like shoulders 2 days ago, and I'm still feeling it. Oh, yummy, yummy, yums. Yummy, yummy, wummies. For my tummies. Oh, okay. Let's get cracking. So what's going on here? What's happening, buddy? Dude, what is fucking happening? Oh no. Why does he jump so high? This is why you don't do a variable time step, boys. Oh god, fucking damn it, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Help. I think there was too many things logged to the console. Fun times. This is a bug. Dude, that's an error. Why? Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, container. I can't tell if this is like a bug from me putting it in or like a hold up, let's just fucking try and fix this. Get rid of this real quick. Actually, can I reset? Yeah, cool. Oh, I think it's because we're walking up to it, but like since we're in the player's inventory, it's mounted. Like we need to figure out a way of like saying like, okay, this entity, it is a world item. It is the entity that we're looking at right now is on the player, so don't fucking add it, because that's the bug that's happening, I think. So do we do anything? World item props. Right, yeah, we can just check for it being visible, right? And entity has prop en dot visible. That should fix things, I think. Okay, so now when we run over to it, it's not gonna do its thing, but if we chuck it, it is now stored, I believe. Let's see. Boop. There we go. Stored. Looking good, dude. Something feels off though. I don't know what it is. It feels like the frames are tanking. Probably have I hit my limit for caveman programming? No, it's probably just like a fucking not a real thing. Update item alter. Okay, so then that should be fine. Should be fine, dude. We'll be right. Okay, so now it's getting stored, right? So now when we do have it stored, we can render it floating. How about that? Yeah. A physics drag function where it doesn't scale with frame rate correctly. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. But I'm just, you know, like covering my eyes and ignoring that problem. Okay, so let's render this guy actually on the altar now. So the item is going to be item en.item ID. All right, let's talk and use some Brain FM, because that is hurting my ears. Good old Brain FM. Bit of chill post rock. I can get behind that. Nice and relaxing. Yeah. So I'm going to put this guy out into a function. So that way I can reuse it. Now, when we chuck this on the altar, it does jack shit apparently. Cool. Okay. Nice. Now when we put this on the altar. Still does jack shit. Okay. One of these times, alright? One of these times. Okay, stored item. We're storing it. No, let's just step into it like real men. For whatever reason. Oh. Not for whatever reason, for you know, a very specific reason. We are storing the item into itself. It's a little sus. We're just gonna rename this to item. No. Item alter. There we go. To de-obfuscate the fact. I really ought to start doing this. Then, I mean, it makes things a little harder, but it removes bugs like that. Cause then I mean, to be fair, like that should probably be like an error if we reuse that. Alter and alter, right? But yeah. Distance. Item. Okay. So now we go alter.stored item. And handle from entity. Item entity. There we go. Now when we throw this down on the altar, it floats up and down, baby! Yeah! We are cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah. You like that? Yummy. Okay, looking good. Now, we're throwing 72 on there, right? So that's the next problem. We kind of just want it to take one, and it just be a limitation. It's like, okay, you know, you should only really put one on here. Or maybe we say, hey, you know, there is 72 on here, because maybe we want to collect like 10 of something, right? So it's probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea to like keep the item amount and then render 72, right? Fuck out of you. Bunk. 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 Ooh, yummy. Don't mind if I do. Oh, nice. The boar leather has just gone on there. That's sweet. Okay, so I think like the next thing I want to do is just have it pop off when we interact with it, right? So in order to do that, I think we can go just add this to the interactable. Interactable. Now you'll see that it gets an outline when we walk up to it. And we can interact with it. But like, we need to change the color because you can't even see the outline. So let's do that real quick. This guy, make it like a nice gray color or whatever. I don't know. Black. There we go. Good enough. That should be a lot better. There we go. So now it's clear that, you know, this guy, we can interact with him, alright? So boop. Now we just gotta actually do the interaction. So we'll say if I actually don't know how this works. Let me look at an example. Like the workbench. Right. This guy. Still don't know. Not clear. I haven't done this in ages, so I don't know if I even have anything in here for easily doing it. This is like the entity interface, so like we're going into it to open up an interface like the workbench. That's not really what we want. We just look at the normal interaction. What do we got? If interactable, hot interactable. No screen needed, just a generic interact that will handle an own entity update. Yeah, so we just see if we're the hot interactable, I think. Yeah, app.frame.hot interactable is what we're after. And keybind pressed dot interact. So I think we can just do it inline like this. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Okay, I just pressed E. Yeah. So when we press E, we get yeet. Beautiful. Perfection. I have opened Photoshop and laid some very rough groundwork. Fuck yeah, Frederick, let's go. Let's fucking go. Yeah, baby. What's up, Randy? How you doing? Good. Excellent. Magnificent. Hands. I'd love to try game dev as a hobby, honestly. It seems so much fun. Don't do it there. See this? You will become bald. Okay? It is a fact. You'll pull all of your hair out and die. No, no joke. It is fun. Just use Unity or Godot, not Unity. Yeah. You're already bored? Well then, dude, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Spin up Godot. You will have a lovely time. If you want some inspo, there's this guy who the Balatro dev. There was an interview. This isn't the interview, but it is a interview. He was basically doing the same thing. I mean, he was he wrote the whole thing in Love 2D with Lua. So if you're more of a programming Chad, then, you know, maybe that's like the way to go. If you think it's cozy. Is this our daily use another game engine advice? Yeah. Yeah, so, use Godot. Use Godot. Use, maybe Love2D. If you're, if you want to be a bit more, you know, working in the editor instead of fucking clicking buttons in Godot. So, yeah. I haven't used Love2D, so I can't even recommend it, but, you know. This guy used it, and he seemed to have a good time. The reason I bring up this guy, Local Thunk, is because, that's pretty much how he just got started on it. It was like, he was just working on it in his off time, because he, like, really loved it. Like, that was his hobby. Just working on Balatro. So, yeah. Godot rocks? Sure. Yeah. It rocks. Alright, so now that we've got this guy. Oh, he also does like a little outline for this up here. Interesting. Whee! Alright, so now that we can interact, we're going to pop this guy off. So we'll go alter.stored item is equal to 0. And now, like, that should automatically just, like, pop that off. I think. Alter.stored item. Yeah. Google for modding is pretty sick. Yeah. I haven't looked into it too much, but from what I've heard, that's kind of like the way to do things. I don't know. I would want to see if, like, I could figure out a way of doing modding within Jai. But, I don't know. Probably need to run it with Lua. Not that I'm doing modding for this game, though. That's a future me problem for another game. Okay, so we're getting the stored item, then we're getting rid of the stored item, and then we are setting the pause equal to the central point. That way it just looks like it pops off. Right? Ow, so violent. Get out of here. Alright, ready? Okay, so now it's popping off, but just going straight back on. Okay, so we need like a pickup cooldown or something. How do we do this? Like, I haven't done engine programming since university, but I would love to have everything in the text editor as well. Yeah, it feels extra cozy. Yeah, if you're a programmer doing stuff in a text editor like this, there's no cozier feeling in the world than booting up into the text editor and just typing out a game. No, like, clicking buttons or, like, you know, trying to fucking toggle this button off and on to see what it does in the engine and, you know, all that kind of nonsense. You just type, man. You just type it out. All on the keyboard. Feels good. Good vibes. Now, how do we stop this from getting put on straight away? We could say like, you know, let's just do like a specific alter pickup cooldown. End time. We could do that. Make it so they can only be put back in if the player has picked it up first. Yes, or it could just be a boolean, saying like has player like, I don't know, like has. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Oh, actually, we could only put it on if the player has recently dropped it, right? That's a better idea. Player dropped at time. If player dropped at time? What up, Fanny Slam? Kia Ora. What does that mean? Is that some kiwi fruit speak? Hello, welcome in Maori. Ah, sick. Casual bit of racistness. Kiwi fruit speak. Fucking kiwi fruits, dude. Do dropped entities keep track of how long they've been dropped for? Yeah, so like, I don't know, dude. No, but we could make that a thing. But it's like, what's the algo for this? We just have like a dropped at time. That could work. Then we would just go like take away. Let's see, now take away, drop that time. $110, take away 100. But if this is 0, then that won't work. Actually, we've got like a pickup cooldown. I think. Yeah, pickup cooldown. So, we could use the inverse of this ideal, the pickup cooldown, if we have a pickup cooldown. Then that means we want to put it on the altar. But if we don't, then we don't. Can be placed on altar. using the pickup cooldown as a hack for us throwing it on the ground. Right? We also want to change this to be a end time and get rid of the tick timer. So we'll do that in a GIF. Boys, I just installed Fedora. Nice, dude. Nice. Have you picked up your programmer socks yet? Programmer socks and cat ears. Those are mandatory. Alright, BRB boys. What up? Got another can of programmer juice. Programmer juice number 3 of the stream. Actually, number 2. Number 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hits it. All right. Let's cook. Like Walter White. Yeah, I be cooking like Walter. Okay, we'll change the pickup cooldown to a pickup cooldown end time. That way it's not using the dumbass fucking tick system. And fix all the compilers. Okay, pickup cooldown is equal to now plus 0.5. Change this to the end time. Cool. So we're going to rely on this, the fact that we drop it and give it a cooldown, to, so for that 1.5 second window, that's when it'll be allowed to get on the altar, right? So now when we take it off, it'll be chill. That time will have been up. Okay. So if we haven't reached the end time, think we should be good. If we zero it, that might be a problem. I don't know. Figure it out later. Okay, so the tick timer just gets ticked down in here. Pick up cooldown. Okay. Should be it. We'll do our hourly VS Code reboot. Nice. I love it. Yay. I love VS Code. Okay, and if we have reached the end time on the pickup cooldown, then we will be chill. Okay. So now, when we pop it off, look at that. We actually pick it up. That's cool. Look at that. Done. Okay, but it's kind of broken still. If we throw it down and then pick it up like instantly, it's not going to be the cooldown. So I think what we need to do is a little something. So when we place it down, we'll just reset the cooldown. But now I don't think it'll work full stop. No, it does. Nice. There we go. Look at that, boys. Done and dusted. We are cooking. Hey, that's that seems good enough. Now we're not rendering the amount, so this is 72 arcane. We probably want to do that, eh? I don't know. Or chill, alright? Come on. I'm trying to game here. Put some walls in. Get out of here. It's alright. We only need one wall. To separate us from the animals. I see. Yeah, so like, we could just throw shit. Throw it down. Our homie is still cooking over here. Chilling. Nothing beats the feeling of waking up to a Randy stream. I can think of many things. Heroin. Crack. A good nut. Yeah, so we probably want to like render the text, right? Probably not a bad idea. Think so. Has you had the part where you have to chant Uga Shaka, Uga Shaka, Uga Shaka, Uga Shaka into the mic to summon? Uga Shaka, Uga, Uga, Uga Shaka, Uga, Uga. What's that song called? Hooked on a Feeling.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka,
Audio Jungle, please don't copyright me. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. I think we definitely need to put that in. You have to chant, all right? Oh, nice. Let's check Randy Welgo. May I ask why the last batch of videos are unlisted? Yeah, you may. Because they are. Simple as that. No, they belong on the second channel. They shouldn't have really been on the main to begin with, so I kind of just unlisted them. Should probably put them in a playlist and then put that on the second or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's get cranking. Oh, this is called Semicolon. Man's a programmer. What programming, dude? All right, so let's run to the text, just to like round things out, I think. Just copy this guy. Let's just get this working well. Oh, this is using the old fucking dog shit. Transform shit, but that's alright. We can live with it. Draw pause. I'm just gonna call pause. That should give us some text. There we go. We probably want it to be like a bit smaller. So I'd say like divided by 4. Call it a day. Probably too small now. That's alright. Maybe. I don't know. With text or without text? I kind of like it without, but then it's like, you kind of need to know how many you've got on there. Otherwise, feels a bit weird, right? I don't know. Let's ship it. Let's ship it. The positioning isn't amazing, but that's alright. So we'll go... What are we doing? Item en dot item count. I think that should do it. Nice. Yeah. So now we've got the count on it. That's weird. Popping off the wrong one. Interesting. That's fun. Okay. Let's fix that bug. What's going on there, huh? What's going on? Ah, I reckon it's because we're not consuming. Update item alter if app.frame.hot right. We have to go hot interactable dot is equal to alter.id. There we go. That should be a bit better. Yeah. We should probably also make it so that you can just walk up and press E on it instead of throwing it. In fact, like, we probably should have done that to start with. Instead of doing, like, this fucking massive, complicated, like, you know, oh, you gotta throw it down, and then it'll go on, right? We literally just should have done this. This was a... this was a programmer moment right here. Nice. Look at that. And now we don't have to worry about that fucking pickup issue as well. Ooh. Interesting. Right, we need to delete it from the player. How? How do we... Drop item? That should do the trick, right? So that'll try and drop it on the ground. And remove it from the player's hand. Look at that. Dude, so much simpler. Oh. But now, like, as I'm trying to drop it, it's got velocity. Okay. Interesting. How about we, like... Could just do this. Remove item from player slots. And I'll just put this in here. So we want a entity. I think that should just do the trick. So now we just call that instead of the drop item. So that's all we really want to do. Held item. There we go. Okay. There we go, look at that. Clean. So now as soon as the player walks up to it, they see they can interact, they will press it. And then they'll be like, oh, that's how I put items on. And then I can just do the same thing to take it back off. That's fucking, that's some UX right there. User experience programming. That's what I'm talking about. We can also get rid of the 1. Where is that? Render if item en dot item count is greater than 1. We do that. Alright. Go to that fucking complicated ass like dropping system. So much better, dude. So much better. Like, you could probably do both, to be fair. Right? Why don't we just do both? Oh, look, I programmed it in. We may as well keep it in. May as well. Done. You know what? I kind of want to pop it off. What I want to do is, like when we pop it off, we'll give it like a little bit of velocity, right? I'm gonna play a sound. The pop. The classic. Ready? You guys ready for this? Okay, we need to also give it a stored item dot pickup cooldown end time. Like 500 milliseconds, so we can see it pop. Look at that. Boop. Make it 200. Look at that. Nice little. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-huh. Yeah. Dude, I still kind of want to throw it on. Am I crazy? Probably just because I've like already built up the muscle memory. Dude, will it be even better? It's kind of overkill, but like we could launch it towards the player. Who cares, dude? Who cares? Actually, what if we make it 100 milliseconds? That might like actually do the trick for us. Yeah, she'll be out. Let's ship it. It's going up. Item, alter, interaction. Adding / removing items. There we go. I also want a sound effect for placing it down. So we'll just play the classic item click. I think it is. Yeah, item click. Alright, that's feeling pretty good. I like it. Shovel. Shovel plus flint. We are cooking. How's the switch from OpenGL to D11? Curious. I don't know, dude. I almost kind of like OpenGL a bit more. In terms of its simplicity. D11 there's a lot of like craft. Like if I just show you the shader, the HLS file, you get shit like this, where it's like, why do we have to like do this on the end? And like this. So it's like, that's kind of weird. There's a lot of weird little tidbits about it. But in terms of like actually shipping to Windows, it's like unmatched. Because you are on the native graphics API that Windows wants you to use. And it's pretty like rock solid. So not going back to OpenGL. Let's put it that way. Wait until you see Vulkan. You see, thing is, Charlie, right? He's the engine programmer. He whipped up a Vulkan backend the other day. So like, I shit you not, we can literally go into the render, or config I think it is. We can change this from Randy's OG DX11 backend to Vulkan. And we can run this, and it'll take like 5 times as long to boot up. We'll have these weird fucking errors. I don't know what those are. And the whole render is blocked because, well, you know, it will take some time to make shit good. So it's like there's so much work that goes into making Vulkan good. So I don't know. Which VS Code are you using? Dark high contrast, default high contrast. There you go. Salmonfish, this is looking different, dude. We're making some progress. We're working on the boss altar right now. So the idea is like you have like a bunch of items that you need to collect, and you use that to summon him. This is the new forest, the new biome we're working on, the deep forest. There's gonna be some goblins in there that'll just absolutely clap the fuck out of you. In fact, I could enable spawning again, but I don't want to get clapped. I actually need to move this boss altar so it's like closer into the normal forest. That way, we don't get fucked by the goblins. That would be great. Yeah. So, let's keep cooking this. Now what we need to do is we need to basically take the, take this. Right now, it's hard-coded to want Arcane 0. But we want to give it like a desired, what does this item thing want, right? What do we want? So in the setup item altar, we'll go en dot, I would say desired item, we'll just say like, desired item amount. So So then we can just like put in a like a single kind of like we'll call this arcane 0, or you know, give us something else like leather 1 or 2. So this guy wants 2 leather. Excuse me. Desired item amount, and we give it a item amount, which is a struct that gives an item and an amount. Nice. Piss break, boys. BRB. This breaker well. Yeah, Chris, the enums to find elsewhere. So it's just shorthand to like not use the enum type, and then the type gets inferred. I'll show you an example real quick. Yeah, so this, right? Well, any dot, it's like you're inferring the type, okay? So then the type is like whatever this is, the desired amount. So the type is right there, right? So the compiler will be like, yo, this is the type we're after, so this dot will just automatically do that, right? Same thing for this. So the type for here is item ID. It actually makes refactoring a lot easier. Because like you could change the type and things would still kind of just work most of the time. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot less typing overall. Okay, so we have the desired item amount. Now when we go into the, let's see, this guy, okay. So we can get the ID that way. Be able to auto match sprite nil. Okay, that's a problem. So we have these serialized out to disk, and they haven't been given the recipes. How do we want to fix this? Don't know. Do not know. I think what we can do, just so I don't corrupt my fucking world file real quick. One sec, boys. Let's pack up shop. Make sure there's nothing in this chunk. Move over here. We'll do a reset. And then what we'll do is in the this will actually give what we want. So, you know, ideally we kind of want to not have this serialized. We kind of want to have the recipe for the boss altar. Oh. Brain FM. Nice. Epic transition. Yeah, ideally we don't want the recipe serialized, because then it's like, what if we want to like update the recipe and then, you know, the player wants to then we have like an existing world save that we want to update, right? This is just a hypothetical. We can easily just we can break the save, of course, and just run with it. But like, trying to get my practice in for the early access, right? Like, I want to make things as easy to update as possible. So it kind of means, I think, that we almost need to change our approach for all this. So let's not actually, like, do any of this. We just have, like, a different type. Call it, like, boss 1 altar, right? And we just have different boss altars. And then, like, we can easily just put the recipe in that. Instead of making it like a generic boss altar thing, because then it has to be serialized. Let's see. Like, we could store everything within the boss altar instead of having the separate item altars, and serialize the boss altar still. And then regenerate, like, the item pillars on startup each time. I don't know. I'm like solving for a constraint that doesn't really exist yet. Like, we don't have this saved on a user's machine. We're not updating it. So like, why care? So let's just like keep doing it this way, right? I mean, we do kind of have to go, because like, I am the user right now, and I'm trying to update my save, and I don't want to break my fucking world file because I've spent like an hour on this. And I'm like at the end game. So I don't want to break my own world file. Is the real. So look, I think. Don't know, dude. I don't know. So like, ideally, I'd like to reconstruct this entire fucking chunk every single time, just to get like the latest. Then like, what if the player has items placed on them and they're not serialized? How do we serialize that? Stuff like that, you know. Stuff like that. Like, I'm kind of overthinking things here. We just have to do it. Like, there are a million examples of things in the game, which is just like this, where it's like, well, fuck it. We bowl. We caveman. We program like a caveman. So, yeah, maybe we just do that. We do need to get the whole system in to make sure shit works. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to solve a constraint here that... I'm trying to solve a problem without seeing the whole picture of the entire system yet. Like, we still don't actually have the summoning ritual in yet, so maybe things will have to change for that. So, at the end of the day, shit's already fucked. So we need to just type it out, right? That's it. I'll put a little note here saying, should we change this to a boss altar underscore Shrek, then store the recipe in there, perhaps. You know, like, maybe we should. Maybe we should. But, oh well. She'll be right. Okay, Ian Dot. What are we looking for? Desired something? What's the thingy thing called? Desired item amount. Okay. So we're kind of like defining the recipe and it's scattered for each altar, so it might be a little sus. We'll see how things go. So we'll say ID is leather. Leather 2. Amount is 2. 20. And then this guy will be like arcane 0. Right? So now we've got that. We can do that. I don't know if actually, yeah, I'll have to go in here and then do a regen over here. So I hit Alt V, just regenerates all the chunks that don't have things placed down in them. And now when we uncomment this, we should have the recipe and it should be all fine. There we go. Look at that. So now we got the recipe. This guy wants leather. This guy wants arcane. And then, yeah. Go away. All right. So this is working. We have the recipe. This guy arcane. This guy leather. The next thing we need to do is like activate the altar, right? So we need to come up here and like we're trying to activate it and like craft the recipe. Okay. So let's get the first pass of that going. And I have a hunch that after we do that, we're gonna run into the wall of that thing we were just talking about earlier with the recipe, like how do we store it, all that kind of shit. But one step at a time. One step at a time. Let's push that up. We will say desired recipe for item altar. Done. I'm feeling kind of hungry. Kind of need to get some food, you know. Alright, boys. I think I might call it there and keep working on this offline. Because I want to go grab a lunch and chill out for a little bit, and then come back to it. But hey, we are coming along. This is gonna add so much in. Once Shrek's actually in, dude, it's gonna be sick. Press Q to cancel it. Yeah, I know. I know. Half the time I just don't give a fuck if I'm in a macro, dude. Like, who cares? All right. I will catch you lads later. See you later, alligator. Do not forget the refrigerator. Oh my fucking god. Crimson? Crimson? I haven't been recording this whole time. I forgot to hit the record button. Dude. 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 That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Fuck. This entire stream, the last 3 hours and 50 minutes of content that I was gonna put into a video, all the little markers I did along the way, are gone. But yeah, we do have the stream VOD, but the thing is, like, all my audio, like I have like 6 different audio channels to make the editing process easier, and the markers don't come through on stream. You can download the VOD, but you want to get the markers? Yeah, but like, I need the markers. Like, that was the whole point of this thing, dude. Oh my god, man. Well, sometimes you take L's like these, and it's a good lesson, right? So cope. So how can we prevent that from happening in the future? 1, hit the record button. Number 2, make sure that I've hit the record button. Number 3, if I accidentally hit the stop record button, don't do that. Number 4, hit the record button. That's alright, dude. You know what? Sometimes sometimes that happens. As my favorite YouTuber would say, sometimes L's be W's. Know what I'm saying? Yodi gang. Full grub. Let's see. Is there a way I can salvage this? No. Like, literally isn't. Because the stream, like, if I just download the stream VOD, it's got, like, all the audio of, like, Brain FM and shit. And I, like, lose out on all the markers. I could, like, go download it now and, like, edit it straight away so it's fresh on my mind. So, like, I kind of know what the markers were, but I really can't because it's still, like, I'm trying to sift through, like, 4 hours of footage and it just won't work. Where's your chat should remind you to record every 5 minutes? Yeah, that's an excellent idea, boys. All right. If you're in a stream, all right, pop in, just type out recording check in a chat, and you guys are gonna be my my reminder. Kind of need like a big fucking like flashing light where it's like you're not recording right now, you know? We get a Twitch thingy for like 5 points. Dude, such a great idea, man. Recording check. I can't be fucked editing the Twitch rewards right now, dude. Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in, boys. Thanks for tuning into this this stream that is only living on in the Twitch VODs in terms of content. It will not be made into a video, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe I might download the VOD and chop it up. I think I probably should. Dude, it's 4 hours. I cannot sift through that quickly. It would take me 4 hours. Maybe not. Maybe not though, you know? We'll see. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll go cry myself to sleep real quick, and then we'll run it back. All right. Peace out, boys. Take care. I'll see you in the next stream when I hopefully remember to hit the record button. That would be great, dude. Be great if we could get some videos made, you know. All right. Peace out, lads. Take care. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And is your refrigerator running? If so, you probably better go catch it.